I am tired and we are going on vacation and I don't want to cook. So I got my mostly frozen chicken here. And it's been sitting out, I don't know, a couple of hours. Well, let's see. Okay, very good, there we go. All right, so I got my chicken. This is my Montreal seasoning. Now, it's in a store-bought one, but this is actually my homemade for my Dining on a Dime Volume 2. I am making Montreal seasoning at home. A viewer sent me this, oh man, I don't know, several years ago, and I'm like, oh, I gotta make that. So, Montreal seasoning, gotta love it. This recipe is in our Dining on a Dime Cookbook Volume 2 on page 344. Oh my goodness, a viewer sent us this, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago. Pepper. Paprika. Now, it's 2 and 1 in our recipe. So I'm just multiplying this to make it a huge batch because, well, we love it so much. I'm just not gonna make, one little thing. So, getting a huge stinking batch of this. So instead of 2 tablespoons, what I'm doing is 1/4 cup. And then instead of 1 tablespoon, I am doing 4 tablespoons or 1/8 cup. All right, and then garlic and onion powder and dill. Whoops. And salt. And then I don't have any coriander that's crushed, so I'm gonna run to the store and get some, but I'll just put all this in here and then I'll add it later. Okay, start all together. Now, you don't even have to use a bowl. I'm just doing a bowl so you guys can see. What I would do is I would just pour it all straight into here, and one of the best inventions ever, a canning funnel. But then what I would do is just go in and pour each ingredient in here, not even waste dirtying a bowl. I mean, you can, but, and then, let me show you. Just shake it up, and there you have your Montreal seasoning. And I'm just gonna sprinkle all that on. Okay, now I'm gonna throw this in the oven and let it bake for about 1.5 hours. This video is brought to you by our Dining on a Dime cookbook. We have quick and easy recipes your family will love to help you get in and out of the kitchen fast. Please visit us at livingonadime.com. Okay, look what is happening. Ellie, can you come film for a minute? Don't burn yourself. Oh my word. Okay, I do not know why. What happened? Oh my goodness, what a mess. Oh. What is happening? Careful, it's very hot.
Did you open the...
What? Yeah, I had the vent go to let the steam out, but only this would happen to me. Do we know what happened? Careful. It's like It's still obscure.
What do you put in there?
Beans. We're all standing here like, what happened? Thank you. Okay, so I don't quite know. I wonder if I put the seal in wrong.
I don't know.
Maybe.
How full is it? Like,
It wasn't totally full.
there you go.
See, that says I'm a world famous cookbook author right there.
That's odd.
Okay. Now, lift and pull it. Careful, it doesn't burn you.
Oh, I guess it was one.
But it turned off.
Huh.
What in the world happened? Okay, well guys, tell me what happened, because I have no idea what happened. There's the seal. Did I put the seal in wrong? I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. Huh.
Looks like you.
Another cooking adventure with Tara. We need to call this Tara's Cooking Adventures, don't you agree?
Yeah,
I think so.
those are the strangest beans I've ever seen.
Oh, thanks! Strangest beans Jack's ever seen. Well, they're really done. I've never
Yeah.
made beans in the Instant Pot before. Should we test one? Oh, oops. Okay. Well, they're very soft. Wow. Okay. Well, somebody tell me what happened. Okay, so one thing that people never ever clean in their sink is this little flappy thing here. Now, you can't, some of these will pop out. Mine doesn't. But, okay, Dave, can you get right there? Can you see that absolute?
Whoa. Sorry for the flashbang. Why is it doing that?
Can they see that? There. All that nastiness.
Yes.
So, well, that's not. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my wash rag right here and I put a little soap. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to run it all the way around, just like this. Doesn't that look yummy? Not really. Okay, so I'm just going to run it all along the top of the disposal here. Okay, guys, you call it a garbage disposer or a garbage disposal? What's the correct name? That's what I want to know. Okay, so we're gonna run all of it up just like so. So now, can you see how it's all nice and fresh there? All gone? Okay, so now I'm gonna rinse. Oh, oh, yuck. Oh, that's yuck. Okay. You didn't know all of that was growing in your sink, did you? Okay, so I'm gonna run through again. Okay, got it. Now, this is bleach water that I had a little bit of Comet in, and I ran out of bleach, so I saved it. Okay, and then I'm just gonna bleach this just to get all of the germs out. Then, if you want, you can throw a lemon peel or an orange peel in here, and that will freshen your disposal. And there we go. Now, if your disposal is smelling, it very well could be this thing, okay? And I'm running my fingers all along. Look at that beautiful freshness. Here is another thing that people do not clean that they should. This is my container to hold all of my cleaning supplies. Now you don't want, can you see that? You don't want your cleaning supplies to have gross stuff all over. Look at how gross that is. Ew, yuck. So, at least once a week, every few days, I wash this out. Take a wash rag. I got a little bit of bleach water here. And I run it all over. Now, if you want, you can just throw it in the dishwasher. My dishwasher is full right now. And I'm not going to keep cooking with this being so nasty. Okay? Alright. Got it. Let it soak. If you want to get some of the rust off, you could use a little bit of Comet. I'm not that worried about it. Then I throw everything in the dishwasher on the top shelf, let it sanitize, or I just dip it all in bleach water and then rinse it clean. Okay. Rinse it clean. Be sure to sanitize your sponges because they get disgusting. Squish. And drain. Oops, he's upside down. Isn't he cute? The viewer sent that to me. Okay. And my nail brush. And my pan scraper. And my sink. And my brush. Okay. We're gonna rinse it all. There we go. Yay. Alright, I got this luggage and this luggage here. This one was $4 and this one was $3 at the Restore. We are heading to Florida for a vacation, a real vacation. And we didn't have enough carry-on bags. And I just happened to be going to the thrift store before I went to Walmart. And the first thrift store had this one and I thought, I need to stop by the Restore before I go to Walmart. I don't know why I thought that. And they had this one and it was only $3. So I saved myself 40, 50 bucks on each of these, so almost $100 by stopping at the thrift store. Yeah, it's a little beat up, but it's just scuffs. It's not dented or anything. Everything works. All the wheels roll. I am super happy. Okay, we are on our way to Florida. And I went to go polish my shoes because they're not looking so great. How did I get spray paint on my shoes? I don't know. Anyway, all my shoe polish is crumbled. So, thanks to Dr. Google, I'm gonna go see if I can revive it. I don't know, we'll see. Revive us again, the shoe polish, so I don't have to go to the store and buy more. Every 20 years I use it. Every 20 years, that's all. Every 20 years I use it. No need to buy it. Oh. Okay, I have no idea what I just did there, but anyway. I'm a little delirious with plannings for the trip. I don't take trips very well. Okay, so it said put it in boiling water, but you know what? I am pretty sure that is way too much water. Okay, hold on, let me dump out some of this water. Okay, I think that's probably better. Okay, let's see if it will remelt. I don't know. Oh, it is remelting. Oh dear. Just dump all the oil. Holy cow, it started remelting in like 30 seconds. Not even 30 seconds, 10 seconds. Okay. Look at that, guys, that's working. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and take it off the heat because holy mackerel. Oh, this is wonderful. I am so happy. I don't have to go buy more polish, and I can just do my shoes nicely. Okay, I'm gonna let that all heat up, and then I'm going to let it cool. All right, I got it all remelted. I think it might work. Let's see. Okay. It's crumbly. It's crumbly. Okay, well, you win some, you lose some. I guess I lost on that one. It did melt, but it didn't soften it. Oh well. So, how do you feel about buying a $20,000 car versus your $2,000 car?
Well, I mean, I like it, but I'd rather spend less money.
So, I kind of thought it would be more something than it is.
Well,
The way people talk about how they have to have a new car and all this, I was like, okay. I like it, don't get me wrong, I like it.
it's really nice.
It's really nice. But is it worth a half a year's income for most people?
Well, how much do you think it would cost to buy the Camry now? Or one like it that's newer?
A newer Camry?
One that's like 15 years old.
Probably about $7,000.
Yeah, I don't know if it's worth $13,000 more.
Yeah.
The thing is, we needed another vehicle, and
We kind of need four-wheel drive.
four-wheel drive, you know, if we were desperately poor, I wouldn't worry about the four-wheel drive since we live in town. But we drive a lot in places where we
Get
would
stuck.
benefit from it greatly. Yeah. So that would be a reason here. But honestly,
Even with the four-wheel drive, though, I'm not quite sure it's worth the extra $13,000.
well, it's not worth it if you don't have the money.
Yeah.
And even here, I would say it's kind of that's more of a convenience or a want more than a need.
Yeah.
And it's a nice vehicle, and it's nice being up above, because all the vehicles here are really big.
Yeah.
But at the same time, driving in the Camry again, it works
I don't
great.
really notice any difference.
And the Camry actually, ours is if we were to buy a new one or a newer one, it would be 10 or 15 years old. But ours is 23 years old. It still works great.
Yeah.
And we paid
I mean-
$3,000 for it, like 10 years ago.
Almost 10 years ago, yeah. The only difference I notice is that my phone, the radio just starts when I get in here. It's nice, but big whoop
But
to
some of
ding.
those things
For
are convenience things
$13,000?
that if you can afford them, it might be cool to say, ooh, check that out. I get to have that instead of my trip to
Yeah.
Europe or my snowmobile or whatever. But if you're really needing the money, it would be better to just get a vehicle that gets you from point A to point B.
Yeah. And as far as repairs, guys, that is a lie straight from the pit of hell. It is still cheaper to buy a cheaper car than to buy a brand new car, because there's Uber, Lyft, taxis, buses, bicycles, walking, friends, family. There are all kinds of ways you can borrow a ride for 1 or 2 weeks while your car is in the shop. So stop wasting literally tens of thousands of dollars.
Well, and I heard a lady
'Cause you're
yesterday
afraid.
that was, they had a wrecked car and their insurance had paid for a rental, and she said, tomorrow we absolutely have to buy
It's
a
like
car.
2 weeks.
And we know we're going to get scammed at the dealer, but tomorrow we absolutely have to buy a car, so we're just going to pull the trigger on it. And I was thinking, you know, it's
Don't do
cheaper to
that.
rent a car when you have to pay for it a little longer than to spend $20,000, $30,000 too much at the dealer.
Yeah. I'll say the only problem I have with this vehicle is there has got to be no less than 40 of these black 4Runners in our town. And I went to the thrift store and I was bleeping and bleeping and bleeping and I couldn't get into my car, and I'm like, great, what's happened to my keys now? And I didn't go around the side of the car, and I realized there was a 4Runner that looked exactly like mine parked next to me at the thrift store. So that's the only problem. This black 4Runner must have been popular in 2015, because our town, I'm not kidding, everywhere we go, we see, every time I go out, I mean, I probably see 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. And we live in a small town. So anyway, that's the only bad thing. Oh my goodness. Yum. Doesn't that look delicious? Okay, so I put some juice on here twice while it was cooking. It's been an hour and a half. You can get the recipe in the description below.